Thank you guys for coming out this afternoon to be here for the celebration of the new downtown Public Safety Center. We truly appreciate you all being here. This construction of this building took about a year to finish. The PNC construction team rehabbed the inside of this building while enhancing its structural integrity. PNC also worked with Pittsburgh Public Safety, who designed the space with the Pittsburgh Police in mind. I would like to request PNC Executive Vice President, Corporate Real Estate Exec Kevin Wade here, while also acknowledging the presence of CEO of PNC, Mr. Bill Dimchek.
Bill here?
He's here, but he does not wish to come. He's here.
Is Bill here?
So, yeah, our CEO and chairman may show up, but in kind of customary Bill Demchek fashion, he is deferring to the team who constructed the facility to stand in front of you today. I'm Kevin Wade. I manage corporate real estate at PNC, and proud to do so. But before we start, I just wanted to recognize a couple people in the room that completed this project and are completing the rest of the development of most of this block. Alyssa Sinnecrope, Allison White, Steve Gillespie, Jeff Leah. They're here today. Keith Stutt, who worked tirelessly on the project as well. They've done a lot of development around the city and around the country for that matter, and I wanted to recognize their hard work, as well as AE7, our architect, and Rycon Construction, one of the leaders in construction and development in Pittsburgh. Just a great team to work with. As a person responsible for real estate around the globe for PNC, there's, I wanted to also recognize some unsung heroes around here that typically don't get the credit, and that's all of our employees at PNC. Our security group led by Deb Linway is here today. I just wanted to recognize all of those people as well. You'll never meet a more committed group. Also, I'd like to thank Mayor. Been a great partnership. Yeah, Director Schmidt, thank you for your partnership as well. And obviously, Police Chief Strato, thank you for your partnership here. Also, I'd like to thank Councilors Bobby Wilson, Dan LaValle, and Councilman Anthony Coghill. I don't know if they're all in attendance today, but I wanted to thank them for their partnership to make this happen. This is truly an example of collaboration. In the city, we talk about it a lot. We have a really unique collaborative environment that enables us to affect change. And this is just one example of the change that's going on in Pittsburgh. So I think we should all, take a minute and just be proud of everything that goes on as a result of that collaboration. That collaboration and leadership, is something that we relied on to develop this and develop the rest of the block, as well as Second Avenue Commons that we work with a lot of partners to make that happen. And most of that work was done during the pandemic, as well as this building was too. So just another example of how when people get together and shake hands and challenge each other, great things happen. And I want to thank everybody for their collaboration. But I could truly say, in Pittsburgh, with everything that's going on and everything that we read and see, I could tell you that I've never been more optimistic about the city of Pittsburgh. Having done several rehabilitation projects, facility rehabilitation projects and other development projects in the city, there's no place like it. And the change and the evolution that we're seeing in the downtown is absolutely incredible. And I couldn't be more excited about it. Again, the cooperation of the mayor, the public safety department, and everybody at the city, including Chief Strato, you should be proud of this facility as we are. And I can't wait to see more activity on the street, more activity downtown. And I'm really proud to help the city with initiatives like this. So with that said, thank you very much on behalf of PNC.
Thank you, Mr. Wade. The City of Pittsburgh is appreciative of the efforts of PNC Bank, PNC Realty Services. We appreciate the collaboration to make this happen. Now, this police station will be restricted by card access, allowing only authorized personnel to have access to this building, which is 2 floors. Coming forward now is City Council Rep. Bobby Wilson, Councilman District 1.
Hello, how's it going?
Right.
So, I recently had a district that was only on the north side. We go back a year. Now that's expanded to the Strip District and also downtown, where we stand now, part of downtown. The other part is represented by Councilman Lavelle. We work closely to make sure that, downtown doesn't fail. And the first thing I heard about downtown, one of the first things was, what's going on with the public safety center that's on Liberty. And at the time, it was a topic of conversation because there was an increased amount of crime that was happening, across the city, and people were concerned. Happy to see that those numbers are down. But at that time, that was a big aspect of the conversation of where are the vehicles, where are the officers, where, it was all there. But it was the presence that people wanted to see. They wanted to see the officers walking, they wanted to see the police cars show up, and that was all happening. We could all, I could call the chief and he would report that immediately, report all the numbers and, all the data is there to say how great the response is. But the center was lacking. And so now, this great, room that we're standing in, and I fortunately had the opportunity to tour it previous to all the drywall on and, being painted. But this, several floors here and, multiple rooms that will accommodate the services that our city police will, that they desperately need. And the prior place just wasn't cutting it. So really fortunate to stand here and talk about, all the commitments that were made and everyone that followed through, especially PNC. Thank you for everything that you've done. Appreciate the previous tour and all the different conversations we had about making this possible. I want to thank the administration, specifically Mayor Ed Gainey, for his commitment to downtown safety. Because I know that as we move forward with partners like Jeremy Waldrop, all the different groups that make up downtown. We've been talking about the Allegheny Conference. There's almost so many people invested downtown. I would be, I want to say everyone because I will definitely leave out someone if I try to name every single one. But that said, everyone, the mayor, everyone's working to figure out for the future downtown. And what I know the downtown desperately will need is a public safety center. If people are going to invest in downtown, they want to invest in a place that's safe and secure. And I think that's what we're going to get here, is a place where there's going to be show presence. Not only does it say Pittsburgh Police outside, but you'll continually see, this is a hub for not only just police, but many other services hopefully to come. So looking forward to hearing all the rest of the details and, so the public can hear those. But I just want to take this moment to, thank Mr. Wade and PNC, City Council for supporting this, and specifically Mayor Ed Gainey for his commitment to downtown. Thank you.
This 2-story building, the 2 floors that the Pittsburgh Downtown Public Safety Center will be occupying, will have 16 officers, 2 sergeants, 1 lieutenant, and the commander in charge, Commander Noso. Commander, just wave so they know that you are here. He's behind you. The facility will be open 8 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Sunday, so that's 7 days a week. At this time, one of the individuals who collaborated and worked constantly with the City of Pittsburgh to make sure that downtown is able to provide entertainment, a nice space to work, a nice space to live, a nice space to be. The collaboration with the City of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership, Jeremy Waldrop.
Right. Thank you, and good afternoon, everyone. I am thrilled to be here and congratulate all the people who had a part in making this a reality. On behalf of the hosts of community partners that care a lot about this city, I know my colleague John Valentine's in the back, the Cultural Trust, Visit Pittsburgh, there's so many, and I'm gonna take your lead and not try and list them all, but there are so many folks who are working so hard to make downtown a great place, and this is a result of that work. At the end of the day, it's all about partnerships, particularly ones like this between the public and private sector, to make these things a reality. And there's no better example than that partnership than this facility that we're standing here today. I'd like to thank our city council members, Wilson, Coghill, and Lavelle for their leadership in this work and their support of this effort, because as we all know, it takes everyone getting behind something like this. But I'd really like to thank the mayor. When he stepped into office, he said that downtown Pittsburgh was going to be a priority of his administration's in every way, and he has led by example, pushed his staff to do more and do better, and this is a certain example of that work. The dedication of police resources has been instrumental in downtown's recovery. We are asking for world-class policing, and now they're able to do that in a world-class space. We're asking them to do things differently, but we didn't have space for them to collaborate, and this space is going to enable them to do that, to engage partners in new ways. We're excited about the presence that they have here on Wood Street and the transformation that PNC has led on this corridor, but we're even more excited about the people that are sitting around the table, that are working with our kids and making sure that they feel like this is a great place for them to be a part of, that are working with our unhoused communities and social service providers to ensure that world-class services can be delivered to these individuals in need. So this is an example of what we're seeing every week through this administration, through public safety leadership, to make downtown the vibrant place that we all want it to be. I'd like to congratulate Commander Novosel on his recent promotion. Serving in that interim position is not an easy task, but he has done that tirelessly. And we really appreciate his leadership and the enthusiasm that his team brings to the table every time we meet. I'd also like to thank Director Schmidt and Chief Operating Officer Lisa Frank. They are not scared to pick up the phone and answer any questions, concerns that we might have, to bring the right people to the table. I'd also like to acknowledge Jake Wheatley, who's been right there with us throughout this entire time. Finally, I'm going to stop, but Kevin, Alyssa, and the team at PNC, you guys never cease to amaze us. We are so privileged to have you and your commitment to downtown Pittsburgh. From the leadership, from Bill Demchek on down, your commitment to downtown Pittsburgh is real, and we are so appreciative of that. We're very excited about the future. This summer's just going to be an amazing place in downtown, and we can't wait to welcome the tens of thousands of folks to this city and provide our public safety officers with a space that's well deserving of the work that they're doing. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jeremy. Talking about exactly that, not working in a silo, collaborating, partnership. This is what made this building possible, and is also what's making possible for downtown Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh at large to move forward into the 21st century. It's my honor to introduce our next speaker, Pittsburgh Police Chief Larry Scorado. Amen. Who is doing great things with our Pittsburgh police officers. Chief?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to our new humble home. We welcome everybody. You'll see that this space is a very welcoming space. I started with just today feeling grateful, grateful for this partnership, thankful with Kevin, his team, Jeremy, your team. This is a work in progress. I broke into this building probably like 6 times as they were building it because I was so excited. When you talk about excellence in policing, it's a mindset, and it starts with sometimes simple things like facilities, right? Where you're proud to show the public, proud to come to work in a space that provides the excellence in construction. And we have a presence in downtown that didn't exist when I got here. The mayor made it real clear to me when he hired me that downtown needed to be a focus of our efforts. I understand it to be the heartbeat of this city, the heartbeat of this region. And for that to exist, it has to feel safe. And in that challenge didn't go unnoted. We have dedicated officers. I think it's really important to acknowledge that the men and women that work in this public safety center choose to be here. They're selected to be here. And they come here with the right attitude, doing it the right way. They're engaging in the various issues that downtown faces in a very responsible and respectful way. So I need to acknowledge them, the efforts of Commander Novosel and his leadership on this very sensitive issue of the unhoused, the chemically dependent, the mentally ill, and how we're policing in a different era than we ever have in the past. And that it needs to feel safe. And we have to offer resources to various people, but to do that, we have to be dedicated. And that's what these officers do on a daily basis. And now they have a facility to fulfill that mission. And in that, you'll see that we will have this, while these doors are access control, that we will be very available to the public for engagement, that our officers will be available and accessible in a way that they have been leading up for the last year or so, but in a much more meaningful and intentional way as well. So that we're focused on keeping downtown safe. We're focused on ensuring that it's vibrant for the businesses, it's vibrant for the homeowners, it's vibrant for our visitors, and it's a safe and welcoming place for all. So appreciate the partnership, appreciate the commitment from the mayor's office, the council. Public-private partnerships work in a very meaningful way, and this is just a testament to that effort. So thank you all for coming, and we look forward to great things.
Thank you, Chief. Now, it's hard for someone to be able to do their work without the support of their director, their chief. And that's possible because in this administration, we work from the people up and make sure that the directors over them are going to be giving them the tools and the support necessary for them to do excellent work. And I'm proud to say this is a director who does exactly that. Absolutely. Let's bring up now Director of City of Pittsburgh Public Safety, Lee Schmidt.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You guys are quiet. Come on, this is exciting. We're opening a new substation. Sorry, Downtown Public Safety Center. So first I want to say thanks to a lot of folks, and I'm probably not going to catch everyone, but PNC for the space. You know, about a year ago, Kevin brought us down to walk through the space, and wow, it's totally different now. It was not a space that anyone should have inhabited about a year ago. PNC saw that as a concern and a need to preserve a great structure like this, a great facade that we have out there, and build this building to become something that's part of the downtown community. I want to thank all our other city departments, INP, DPW, for helping move this along, moving a timeline fast, much faster than sometimes government can be slow if you're not aware of that. But we do our best with what we have, and with partners like PNC, we can get things done. From my staff, John Warren, Dan Shack, Alicia West, to make sure this project is moving forward on the city side, getting everything done. Of course, Commander Novosel and his team downtown, the dedicated officers that are going to be working out of this building, and obviously the support of the PDP. And I also want to mention the Cultural Trust, who a few years ago helped us do a pilot, essentially, of creating a substation for downtown. You know, the Lantern Building was a great spot to try to show proof of concept of what it looks like to have a spot for officers in downtown. It was a learning opportunity for us to see what resources we really needed. So then when it was time to find a more permanent, long-term location, and PNC came to us with a better location or a more feasible location, we knew what we needed in it. So we took a lot of things that we have from the Northview Heights Public Safety Center and actually took the PNC team up there, and then we brought that down here. And our Public Safety Center is a police station, but it's also a community space. This first floor is designed for that. It's for the collaboration with all of our great partners, from our REACH team, our Roots team, co-response, the police, the PDP downtown ambassadors, and just general public to come in, you know, for events. We have the space for people to sit down and talk. This first floor is very accessible to the general public. There's nothing in here that's concerned that we can't restrict. So that's what this is for, so our officers who are doing great work every day downtown can also come here with all the partners they work with and have sit-down time, talk with folks, bring them in, provide some refreshments during events, etc. So this is all about, the Public Safety Center is not just about a police station. It is about collaborating and the police being part of the community and all of our public safety folks being part of the community. So when we have events downtown, we can have police, fire, and EMS in this building working together. If you have the opportunity to go upstairs, you'll see some of that there. This is all about a collaborative space, a space where our officers can be comfortable, a space that is more very functional and provides a great visibility, so we are part of the community that we serve. Again, I just want to thank everyone from the chief down in the Bureau, the PDP, and of course PNC for all the great work and for making this happen so quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. I'll be amiss without acknowledging someone who walked through the door. It's Ms. Debbie Guild, Executive VP and Head of Security at PNC. Ma'am, can you just wave your hand? Thank you so much. Now, we all heard the words collaboration, partnership, not working in silos. But even when you do that, you need someone who is going to be willing to take that heat of bringing everybody to the table, that understands what's needed to get everyone to the table and what benefits come out of having that process take place. So it's my honor to bring forth the person who leads by example, the Honorable Mayor Ed Gainey.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Good, good. We could do a little bit better than that. Come on, y'all. Pittsburgh, good afternoon. How you doing? Good afternoon. That's what I'm talking about. One, I just want to say thank you. You know, when we came into office, we inherited a lot of different things. And sometimes coming out of a pandemic, I wasn't sure how we were going to handle it, to be quite honest. You know, we've had a lot of mayors, but we have not had a lot of mayors that had the lead coming out of a pandemic, which changed the course of downtowns throughout America. And I think we see that every day. And I can't tell you enough what it means to have a partner like PNC. Mr. Demchek, I want to thank you. I don't know if you arrived yet,
He's on his way.
but if you haven't, I just want to make sure that I say to Mr. Demchek, thank you. To Kevin Wade, unbelievable. Your wisdom is invaluable. You know, you helped push this to where others might have just sat on it, you pushed it. And to the rest of PNC, I know this is going to be unorthodox, but I'm an unorthodox mayor, so it ain't going to matter. Can PNC staff come up that help on this building? Can you come up front, please? Come on, come on. And y'all got to move quickly. Yeah. Before I say what I'm going to say, why don't y'all just introduce yourselves?
Alyssa Sinencrow with PNC Realty Services.
Hi, everyone. I'm Allison White with PNC Realty Services as well.
Morning, I'm Keith Studd. I'm also with PNC Realty Services.
Steve Gillespie with PNC Realty Services.
A lot of times we see the people who set the vision, but not the ones that accomplish the mission. I want to say thank you to each one of you for making this a reality. Because without you, we wouldn't be here today. So I know that's a little embarrassing, but I believe in giving people the respect that they deserve. And this could not have been accomplished without you. And I want you to know that I'm deeply grateful, and I thank you for your commitment to excellence. Give them a hand, everybody. Give them a hand. I also want to thank City Council. I want to thank Councilman Bobby Wilson, Councilman Daniel Lavelle, and Councilman Anthony Coghill, and the rest of council for their dedication to being collaborative to make sure that we have a beautiful spot like we have today. I want to make sure I thank them. So can you give council members a big hand? I also want to reiterate something that I said a little earlier since Bill Demchek just walked through the door. Bill, won't you come up for a minute?
Meeting everybody outside.
Come on up, Bill. I want to personally thank you. I want to personally thank you. Because at the end of the day, you made it possible. And I remember when we first talked and we talked about collaboration and how everybody had to play their part. And you challenged us to clean up downtown. You challenged us to make it more safe. And you said any way you could be a partner, you would be willing to be a partner. And look what you delivered. So I want to make sure that I say that publicly and have you say a couple words.
They didn't tell me I had to talk. Thank you for those kind of words, and thank you for the work you're doing downtown. As you know, we have collectively a lot of work to do to get the city back to the place it was, get it as busy as it could be. This will make a difference. You know, I felt proud. Not because I did anything, but I felt proud when I saw the Pittsburgh Police sign go up on this building. And what it means for downtown and the investment we have in downtown, and what it can do for downtown. And I'm proud of the PNC folks. I'm assuming we thanked everybody here, but I just have to say over and over again, whether it was the homeless shelter we were involved in, or the team that's been working on just renovating this block, the team that worked on getting this building ready. There's Kevin over here. You're a blessing to this city, Kevin. And we all appreciate that. I mean, you're a good employee, but you're a blessing to the city. And thank you all for being here. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. I'm going to meet some people and make the rounds, and this will be great.
Yeah, thank you.
Good stuff.
Good stuff,
Yeah.
thank you. I also want to take a moment because I put a task on them. I told everybody when it was my budget that we would increase policing downtown, we would increase making sure that we were cleaning downtown, and that we would partner with PDP to make sure that we had ambassadors downtown. And the gentleman, now he was now assistant chief, told me about a guy that he thought would be great. Assistant Chief Ragland told me about a guy that he thought would be great downtown to really build the type of relationship and infrastructure. And through him and the leader of the chief and the leader of our public safety director, Commander Novosel was selected to run downtown. And I want to say publicly that they couldn't offer a better person. What you've done downtown has been tremendous. It's been a game changer. And it couldn't have happened without the hard work and dedication that you put in. And so as much as I can stand up here and easily take the credit, I can't take the credit because check this out, I know you did what you did. And I appreciate you so much in the Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. I appreciate what you did. And I tell you that all the time. And I want to say it in front of these news cameras, I'm thankful for you. Can you give him a hand? Jeremy, thank you. We went in together, we brought back, what, 1.6 million to do the ambassadors program, which I believe made a difference. We couldn't have done that without your help. The strategic planning sessions that we're having right now to turn downtown around, we couldn't have done it without your help. You've done a lot of putting your blood, sweat, and tears into this to ensure that downtown can once again, through the ashes, become the Phoenix. And I just want to say personally, I appreciate you and thank you. Can you give a hand for Jeremy, please? To my guy in the back of the room, John Valentine, thank you. I appreciate it. The social hours that you've been doing throughout this region to get people engaged in downtown, the meetings you helped us set up with residents downtown to talk about exactly what we're going to do, it couldn't have happened without you. And so I want to make sure that I recognize that right now and say thank you. The reason why I recognize everybody individually is because at the end of the day, the power of the mayor is in the ability to collaborate. If we can't bring people to the table that have expertise greater than ours to utilize their wisdom to help build this city again, we won't grow. But when we have people that's going to come together with a dedication to ensure that we want to make this the safest, most welcoming and thriving city in America, when I get that level of dedication, I know what we can do. By no means let me make sure I'm clear in saying this. Downtown is not perfect, nor will it ever be. I'm not into perfection, I'm into progression. We need to progress. We need to make sure that every day we come to work, every single day we come to work, that we are working collaboratively to make this the best city in America. And it can only happen when we all come together to do it. And so today, as much as I stand here and say, hey, the mayor's office did X, Y, and Z, we didn't do anything without partners. I'm not here to take all the credit and act like we did this alone. Without everybody that I just mentioned and the rest of downtown believing that we could be the best, we couldn't be the best. I say this all the time, if you want to build a world-class city, it starts with the people. It starts with you. It starts with you. I come down here on Friday and Saturday night and it's electric. I see the vibe that's going on in this city. People walking around. I'm talking to the Arts and Cultural District, and their numbers is up. For instance, for Valentine's Day, I couldn't get a restaurant downtown. Now, I didn't call and be like, hey, this is the mayor. No, I didn't do that. I just said, dude, is there a reservation for 2? And every restaurant said they were full to capacity. How about that? In 1921, we couldn't even recognize that. 2 years later, every restaurant downtown was packed for Valentine's Day. That ain't perfection, but it's progress. And it couldn't happen if we didn't have all these partners. Don't get me wrong, one of the restaurant owners heard me say something and, he made sure we got a restaurant, but we got a seat, but it couldn't have happened without people. And all I'm here to do is say to each and every one of you, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your collaboration. And if we want to make this a city, we got a lot of work ahead of us. Let me be clear, we got a lot of work ahead of us. We got to change downtown. We got to look at our parks, Mellon and Market, what we're going to do with them. We got to look at some of these buildings. We need the conversion plan. We need a whole lot of help to make this be what we want it to be. But what I promised you is that we would stabilize it, didn't grow. We stabilized it, now we will grow. But it's going to continue to take the work of all of us. Every single person, talk to your friend. If you're not telling 50 people about downtown, we ain't doing our job. We need everybody to be the mouthpiece of downtown and promote it. This is our living room. We're going to clean up our living room. We're going to build it out. And every day we go to work, I promise you one thing, we're going to go get it. Thank you.
And the mayor meant 2021, not 1921. Just in case anyone was wondering if he was alive back then, he was not. 1921, sir. It's 2021. So so at this time, we will have the speakers come forward, as well as Bill, because you're here, sir, to have one of the scissors to officially mark the opening of the Downtown Public Safety Center. I'm going to be moving the podium back.
Bill. Kevin. 2021, y'all.
Come on in, guys, like you like each other. Move in a little bit. Yes, sideways. There you go. All right. On the count of three, sirs.
Hold on, wait. Can you get a picture of this first?
We got it.
Everybody look that way.
Ready?
Wait, hold on.
Look forward.
Look
Big
forward.
smiles.
Okay, and 1, 2,